Okay, sweet one. We are going to deal with the words that have been spoken over us. Okay. Um, it could have been somebody said something in school, or it could have been a teacher, or unfortunately, it can even be a parent or a grandparent, um, whoever raised you. Okay. And those words that have been spoken over you just, um, they play. It's like a broken record. They play and they play and they play. And like I know for me, like it was words like "you're not good enough." Um, you know, just just those words that anytime I tried to step out into my calling, and tried to step into a place where I knew God was calling, it would literally just paralyze me because it's that record, and the enemy uses that in such a mighty and powerful way in our life, and today, we're gonna stop that, okay? So, you may have to come back to this video a million different times, okay? But this is the thing I know, okay? When we recognize the words, when we recognize that chatter, and when we say no, and we put the truth of God into that, we can stop that at this moment. If you've not read the book Crash the Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick, totally recommend that. Totally recommend that. Um, Great book. So, but today, okay, I'm going to walk you through an exercise, and hopefully you've done it in your workbook, okay? So I ask you to write down a few names of people, okay? Um, and we're going to walk through and we're going to release those words, okay? We're going to cut that tie that keeps us wound up and keeps us from living the life that God has called us to live. Okay, so I want you to get comfy. I want you to take away all the distractions. So if your phone is on, I want you to turn it off unless you're watching me on the phone. Okay, I want you to get rid of all of the distractions. Okay, if you need to pause me and go find a quiet place, then I want you to do that. Okay. And I want you to just get still. And I want you to just take in a couple of deep breaths. And I want you to close your eyes. And as you begin to just feel your breath, okay? And as you thought of those 5 words that described you, for any word that was negative, I want you to think back on the person. And maybe you need to ask God who that was. But I want you to figure out who that person was. Maybe it was a parent, grandparent, teacher, um, another person, however that was. And I want you to see yourself standing in front of an ocean. Okay, all you can see out in front of you is water. But in front of you is this huge black trash bag. And as you think of one of those words that you speak over yourself a lot, that's negative, that is not what God has called you, and you think of the person who first spoke that over you, I want you to picture that they're in front of you. And I want you to picture yourself saying this. And sometimes it helps to say this out loud. And I want you to call them by name. If it was mom, then you're going to say, Mom, when you said this, and say what it was over me, I felt. And you just say how you felt. And you're just going to keep bringing up how that made you feel. And I want you to just continue to do that. And maybe there's several things that person said. Say every word that they said. It becomes the chatter in your head. And I want you to see yourself looking at that person. And I want you to say to them, I forgive you. Because you guys, forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is about giving us the power to move forward. And those words that they spoke, I want you to see yourself just picking those words up, writing them on a brick, and throwing them in that garbage bag. Every word. And then I want you to see yourself taking this person and looking to your right and seeing God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, one of them standing right there. And I want you to hand that person to them. And I want you to see what they do with them. And it's just a final, that these words have no more power over you. I want you to see a rope between you and that person. And I want you to see yourself taking a pair of scissors or a knife, something sharp. Okay, and I want you to see yourself cutting that rope between you and that person. And you're going to do this with every word, every person. Take as long as you need. Okay? Say to each person, when you said whatever it was, you made me feel however you felt. Yeah, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. These are your feelings, your moment. See yourself writing those words on a brick and throwing them in the garbage bag. See yourself giving that person to God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. And then seeing yourself cut the tie between you and them. And when you've done all of this, I want you to see yourself taking that big garbage bag and handing it to Jesus, God, Holy Spirit. And I want you to see what they do with it. It's right when you were not made to carry these words. Those words are lies. Lies that the enemy speaks over you. No more. No more. Ask God to speak truth over you right now. If you were sitting on a park bench together, what would he speak over you? And if this exercise was hard, and maybe you're still like, the pieces just aren't coming together, and you're like, Connie, I'm not getting it all. That's okay. Reach out, okay? And we'll walk through this together. You are made to walk in the truth that God speaks over you, not the lies.